Hello, this is Liquidator. I want to show you guys the trade I took last week and how the trade went last week. So if you're new on this particular channel, do also subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share your thoughts on the comment section. So I want to show you guys this real quick, and before then, if you're interested to join the class group where I teach how to trade my structural liquidity pattern, like the way I trade it myself. If you're interested to join that, click on the link on the description. It will take you to a WhatsApp group. A fee, we pay a fee, it's not for free. Note, it's not for free. Please, if you can't pay for it, don't click that particular link, right? So if you are actually joining, the fee there is just $100, and we are starting by date 6 October. So without wasting much time, subscribe once again and let's talk about it. So coming on BTC, we have some kind of manipulation. A lot of manipulation happened on this particular pair last week, and I'm gonna be showing you something because I actually made a mistake checking the bias, because I didn't check the bias from the higher time frame, and this actually happened 3 times. But if you check very well from the lower time frame, you come to understand that what the market actually played out well on my strategy. So market gave me a reaction from my points, and on these three trades, I actually closed one on break even, and the one I closed on break even was actually to give me some profit. And firstly, this was the first trade we took last week. So on last week, I spotted a shift in market structure after confirming the trend, but I was not really clean, I was not really sure of the trend. So I took this trade due to the structures I'm seeing there, and actually market gave us a reaction, right? So you can see very much here, we went to profits, and we're trying to catch it from there to the upside due to the 4 hours directional bias, which I'm seeing. And this was where we took the trade, but I came back around 4 p.m. In the evening time, and market actually smashed my TP. So due to market manipulation, market took out that particular place, right? So the mistake I did was that I didn't check from any other time frame. I was just focusing on 4 hours, and the same thing came again. And I also spotted my other breaker block. Then I took my breaker block entry, and market reacted from the breaker block, which was the second day. So I posted these 2 trades on my Telegram channel, right? And it was so painful that we went into some profit, and suddenly market manipulates to our stop loss. And this was the other trade I told you guys that I was able to close on break even due to what? Due to the consolidation movement I'm seeing on the lower time frame, which you can see all these consolidations level here. And I don't muchly trust consolidations. That's why I was able to close on engulfing candle. And you can see very much this engulfing candle, that was where I closed. So it means that market will sell anytime soon, and I closed on engulfing candle, and my target was just 1:17. So let me show you guys the reason this BTC did all this rubbish, the reason market manipulated here. So if you come to the 4 hours time frame, firstly, this is the reason I looked out for buy on the 4 hours time frame. So I want to explain reason I was looking out for buys, but before then, let me show you something on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, the bias changed here very, very clear, which we have this lower high, lower low, and we have lower high, and we have lower low. So meaning that we have a new lower low. It means that any high that we are entering, it means we are going to be dropping. And this was what I can take and say that is a mistake, because I didn't check from the daily time frame. So I was just trading according to the 4 hours trend. So that was my mistake on this particular place, and I lost about $6,000 that particular moment around it, as in the 2 days which I tried taking the trade. I lost $6,000 because I risked $3,000 per day. In the 2 days I risked it, but I was able to recover it from the next trade. Moreover, we didn't hit TP. So this is the trend I can see from the daily time frame. So this was the reason we were able to stock the moment. The manipulation was very, very serious when it was on the 4 hours time frame. So now, to show you guys the reason I was looking out for buy setup on the 4 hours time frame. So if you come on the 4 hours time frame, you can actually understand that we are bullish, right? So this was a level market started reacting, but I was able to like take some profits before market crashed. And you can see very much here what the trend looks like. Very much. It's very obvious, but I didn't know why I didn't actually check from the daily time frame, and that was very crazy, right? So if you check it from this line, what's it called, line chart, if I click this line chart now and show you what the particular kind of structures looks like, so you understand that this is what a break and an inducement, right? So from the higher time frame, right? So this is a level we are expecting market to drop from, but we can't spot any kind of level that is going to be close. So we have what we can call what a head and shoulder or a QM entering. So this was what confirmed the trend that made the market started dropping. You understand? And not only that, you can spot what inducement. So I didn't check this on the higher time frame. I didn't check out for this on the higher time frame, and this was why I actually lost money on BTC last week. Moreover, manipulation was still among, because fundamentals was very crazy. All this Donald Trump stuff, you know, a lot of news was coming up last week, like crazy news, and this is the low we are going to be taking out, right? So it means from this week that we are entering, I'm still expecting to drop according to what the daily time frame is what's telling us. So coming to the 4 hours, let me now explain the reason I was able to I started looking out for a buy set. So I'm going to make this video just brief. It's gonna be 15 minutes. You can see a shift and break of structure, and after then we spotted what inducement after our shift market structure or double break of structure, whichever one you can actually call it. So let me duplicate it so you can actually see. So the line with separation is the inducement. That was where I first looked out for, and after then I spotted a bearish candle and engulfing candle that made me start looking out for opportunities. That was where I took the first one, and the second one also came from the fair value gap, which I'm going to be marking out now. Okay, so this is the fair value gap that made me also look out for it on the lower time frame, to look out for a buy set on the lower time frame without even checking from the daily time frame. So this is my mistake last week on BTC, right? So that was why I was not able to hold, I was not able to catch up something. So in 2 hours time frame, I spotted what the one that made me that I closed on break even. I spotted a order block confirmation from the higher time frame. So after confirming that from the higher time frame, I decided to delete every other orders, every other key levels that I marked out to hold a trade for me, that was actually manipulated by a market, which is fine. It happens, right? It happens. So we take trades, we win, we just lock up, right? So brother, I didn't actually take losses last week. I made back my money, and I'm going to be showing you from the pairs I made back my money, right? So I actually traded another pair, which was gold. So gold, I took a sell, and this was when I took the sell, and this was when hit TP, and I posted this actually on my Telegram channel, right? So but I'm not sure if they actually, I took it, I think night, so they didn't actually join the trend, but I posted it, right? So I took this trade, and you can see a double break of structure. After the double break of structure, I cut the trade. I first cut the trade before the double break of structure, so I hold the trade to complete a tax to the upside again. And there's a fair value gap that was very there. You can see this is my Telegram channel where I posted it, and you'll find, right? So we now turned towards bearish, the trend is now looking like bearish. So, and I was like, okay, since we have been bullish for some time now, we should just crash for some moments, right? So I still believe that market is still gonna drop, but with what I can see, I think we are going to be massive buying next week, which is tomorrow or this night. This is Sunday. I'm recording on Sunday. So I was expecting market to take out this liquidity, but market manipulated. And I was very lucky. I just risked just $2,000. It was just $2,000 risk on this trade, right? So I didn't really lose a lot, but it was just $2,000. And yeah, this is how I took the trade from it was actually from 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes I was able to like spot what a structure, which is what a structure shift. This is a 5-minute structure shift, and market came back after taking out inducement from the 5-minute structure shift, sold, gave us another inducement and a break of structure. Then I took it from the other block from the 30 minutes, and my stop loss was just here, and what I sold all the way to the entering, which I was expecting it. So let me show you something which I said on the earlier time, that there was a fair value gap level on the daily time frame. So market was able, like, because of the rejection I spotted, so it's gonna fill up the fair value gap, which you can see very well here. So this was the fair value gap, and market tipped in and started what, buying, and that was why I was able to catch up with the second buy. But it was just a short time buy, because I was actually looking out for market to still drop because of what I'm seeing on the lower time frame. So on the 30 minutes, I took sell, I took buy. So that was really crazy, and it was very funny. It was very funny when I took the buy. And I also have another buy set that I had before now, but actually stocked on SL. I didn't know why the charts the setup deleted. I didn't know, maybe I mistakenly deleted it. So I also have this, and market actually gave me break of structure, but I actually spotted my entry from the 5 minutes. So my entry was breaker block entry, and I already saw my inducement from the 15-minute time frame. I just needed the closest other level to take the trade from. That was why I took the trade from this level, right? So respecting the fact that we already tapped into the fair value gap, that was why I took the trade and hold it to this very level. I actually closed this market on this very level, and that was great. So I took another buy set somewhere there, but that's crazy. It was really crazy. Yes, last week was very mad. So on GJPY, I actually made a lot of money from GJPY. I think I made about $5,000 from here, and I didn't actually have any bad trade on GJPY, on Euro JPY, sorry. So I didn't actually have any bad trade on Euro JPY. I just followed the trend. So the best thing I do for myself is following the trend from the higher time frame, follow what the higher time frame is saying. So anything I trade, if it's not aligning with the trend, I can't take the trend. So you can see market following the higher time frame, as simple as that, and giving us what, a complete thing. So this is what I spotted here, a double break of structure and inducement from the higher time frame, a key level which was the last bearish candle, market tip and rejected. And if you check here from the 3 hours and 2 hours, you can see that was the same candle, and that was all of it. So any other candle above it is actually called liquidity. And after the market went down to the 15 minutes, already knowing the directional bias of the trend, because of we are bullish, so I just needed to spot something that is going to look like liquidity, like, you know, and we already have 5 minutes shift in market structure around that zone, right? And you also have this key level because of what market consolidated well on around that zone before giving us what, inducement. Market came back, I buy. So after then I bought this, I posted it on my Telegram channel. My target was just what, this high, right? So you just need to target the high the higher time frame is also giving you, which is the trend. According to the trend, follow the trend and time the high the market is giving you. So after taking this trade, I took it 3 positions, but not the same day. I took the first one, and that same, the 2 entry was from the first day, but it didn't actually get to TP at that same time, right? So I took another trade. So that was how I was able to catch up with this trade on Euro JPY, and I believe you guys are actually understanding this. So if you're still interested to join the class, do it to join. So let's still talk about this on Euro USD. Sorry. So Euro USD is my favorite pair. It's one of my favorite pair when it comes to currency pairs, right? It's one of my favorite pair because it do used to like respect structure liquidities, like structure movement very well. If you watch my history, you come to understand I actually kill all these trades. So now me explain why I took some SLs here. So we have a break of structure expecting to take out the new high, and what market tipped a key level and crashed, but manipulation came in and market started crashing. But I think we started buying again because I took some trades on Friday on this particular place. And don't forget, I also trade synthetic, so you can actually trade synthetic or forex. Just register on their broker. If you don't have it, I'm going to be posting the link of the broker on this video. It's going to be on the description. So let me explain how I took trades on this Hero USD. So okay, let me zoom off. Let me just clean up this. Look like this. Now let's explain. So knowing the directional bias from the higher time frame, I spotted liquidity, structure, inducement. I took my trade, but market manipulation came and destroyed it. The same thing happened around this level. But you know what? I always tell you people, trade like a wolf and secure as a pro. So you can see, whenever you have like market goes far long from your entry, just break even, secure some for yourself. It's not bad if you have, even if it's just $200 or $100 you were able to catch. It's better than none. It's better than SL hitting, right? So this is how we caught this trade. Then coming on Friday, market tipped our level, and knowing the directional bias, spotting something like liquidity after shifting market structure. So there's no any clean zone there apart from that looking like a breaker block. So I waited for market to just take out my liquidity. I start stocking trades. So I stocked my trades there around that level, and after then the 15 minutes confirmation played out and I took the trade as well. You can see we hit full TP at that particular range. So this was the closest inducement I look out for. So make sure you subscribe to this video, and that's going to be all for now. And make sure you watch and understand again and again and again.